Hey everybody, clearing. All right, here we go. This is going to be a Divine Feminine check-in for Divine Feminines. I am going to do the third deck, what you need to know about your Divine Masculine. And for all of you Divine Masculines out there, this is, you're smart. You're so smart, dudes, masculines. You'll be able to pick up on this stuff, but I'm going to address the feminines in this reading, and you'll see where you fit in if you're cross-watching. But let's get started. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines that might join us here. What is it we can see for where the feminines are at on the journey? Conscious mind. Where are the feminines at about the connections on their conscious mind, about their divine counterpart? Where are they at on the heart space? What are they thinking about? What are they feeling? What are the feminines wanting at this time in the connections, in their own lives and with the connections? What actions are the feminines taking in their own lives and directly towards these connections? I mean, indirectly or directly, actions that will bring them closer to union. What is the biggest challenge for the feminines right now? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Where are things going in the near future? What do the feminines need to know about where their divine counterpart stands with all of this stuff happening? And then this one's going to be advice for anybody watching, masculines watching, or feminines. So let's get into it. One card first for the lens that we're meant to look at the theme of this. What is the theme that we are going to look at regarding where the feminines are at on the journey? Perfection. Oh, okay. Reclaim your innocence. I just heard let go of all things that have come before, feminines. Beginner's eyes. This is a return back to a blank slate. Just completely come into the present. Pretend nothing has happened that has happened so far, except for the wisdom gained, is what I just heard. So clear the slate, include the growth that you've had, and now all expectations, assumptions, throw it all out. You are a child of the universe. So this journey is to bring you into the awareness, the wholeness that you're meant to have as a soul in human form. I'm even seeing with this young girl on this picture that it's pre-puberty. Like, take all sexual stuff out of it, all relationship considerations, bring it back to your soul essence, to the innocence of a soul in human form, having an experience and deepening in that cosmic knowledge. Remember your spiritual essence. This is healing the objectification templates where you are just your body, feminines, or, just a physical value. This is the soul confidence coming in. See the divinity in all beings, in yourself, in your masculine, in all beings, in the energy of the people of the planet becoming right now. Okay, so this is perfection. Have you ever stopped to think how staggering the odds of life on Earth really is, and that we're all going through this? Does that make sense to anybody? Have you noticed how strange that concept alone is, that we should find ourselves conscious in this dimension? That we should be considering these things, that we're investigating this stuff? When was the last time you really let that sink in, that it's happening? That is a cause for perfection, for the evidence that it's already perfect. Do you know how many circumstances would have had to have aligned so that you would find yourself in a human body right now in the cosmos? Put the mind blow emoji in the comments below if you've ever had that mind blow awakening awareness at how strange life is. If you're having it right now, put 2. Let's get into it. So, feminines, what are the feminines thinking about these connections? Okay, literally, the feminines are thinking it's all been worth it because they've stepped into their soul being grounded into their physical. This is the Queen of Wands, the temple embodiment, the spiritually realized feminine. All the trials, tribulations, the mourning, the grief that has had to be shed in this lifetime, all others, in this dimension and in all others, to coalesce as a temple embodied feminine. So we're really getting into the sacred aspect of the feminine in human bodily form. So take gender how it resonates. This is the temple embodiment that makes everything that's come before worth it. And so this is where we are reclaiming. Okay, that was the reading for today. Yes, we're reclaiming our innocence and bringing it back to this, I get to be a soul in physical form right now. What? We're bringing it back to that. So feminines, everything that's led you to this message, to this stage of your development, where you can look at the staggering, awesome knowledge that you are a consciousness in a avatar, a human vessel right now. This human vessel that you find yourself inhabiting is your temple. That is your temple. Everything that you've experienced up until now has brought you to the awareness of this sacred temple that you find yourself in. And therefore the sacred mirror that you find yourself reflected in, your divine counterpart, or all people, places, things that your consciousness is aware of, are sacred mirrors for you. And it's all been because of every other thing that has happened across time and space. It's staggering. What do the feminines need to know about where their masculine fits into that? Strength, humility. The strength card overcomes the devil. And so all the lower vibrational assessments of victim, blame game, tit for tat, eye for an eye, all of that, all of it is there for your evolution, for your refining, for your further embodiment of love. Be grateful for everything that has happened so far, because it is bringing you into the appreciation and gratitude of every mirror you encounter. And therefore, it is the thing that has overcome every lower vibrational assessment in this connection with your masculine. This is the angle of awareness that makes nothing that another human being does personal. This is the way to look at things that begins to take expression or gives voice to the evolution of a soul. And that all of the other things that make it against or segregation is illusion. All of it. This is the strength. This is the resilience that's coming in to show. And your masculine is a mirror for that. Because this is unconditional love, how could you take it personally? You will always keep coming back to this understanding that it's not to be taken personal. This is the humble, empowered way to look at the journey, your becoming, their becoming, the sovereign becoming of each soul in human form. What is the instruction? Divination, intuition, and inner vision, rescued reflections. So the sacred mirror, everything you're encountering is a reflection of your becoming. It has all been to get you to this place where you can understand how to look at your personal rite of passage as an ascending soul, your expansion of consciousness. It's all there to reflect your developmental stage on that journey. This is the simple truth, feminines. Where are the feminines at regarding their specific counterpart? Victory. Ace of Cups, unconditional love. There is victory here in not taking it personally and understanding that love is an inside job. This is the magic ticket for having true love in an external partner, is this victorious knowledge of what love is internally, what love feels like to actually give it. The discernment to know when your motives are pure, when your intentions are in alignment, when you are in alignment, when you are living your best life, what can be included there, what is beneficial to have there, what warrants further intrigue, entertainment, progress in your life, feminines. So the feminines about you, masculines, are very much feeling victorious that where they're at right now, they love themselves. And therefore, anything that they are dancing with is also of that same love. There's a happiness being an inside job here in this energy. Feminines are taking care of number one. They are in alignment. They are good on their own. And this is why there can be success in these relationships. What can we see for how this relates to the masculines? Okay, we got the Five of Flames alluding with that sun rising to the Six of Flames, which we already just had. So there's a mirroring. So feminines, you might be looking at your masculine as not quite through the karmic clearing. This is saying that as you love yourself, you'll see the changes. Oh, that's just amazing. So I heard, I wish I could remember the reader's name. I'll put it in the comments below if I can remember her name. You know, it was the best thing I've ever heard, feminines, about how to tell if it's your twin flame. And it's something that I have intuitively felt, but have never put into such succinct wording. Now, I will tell you, I am never a fan, really, myself, with the checkpoint lists of how to tell if it's your twin flame. You know, if you have these top 5 signs, then it's for sure your twin flame. All that stuff has never felt as authentic as it could to me, because I've had those checklists with multiple people. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very intuitive. And so I've had telepathic connection, I've had sign synchronicities, all of that. As my psychic gifts are there and are common to me, I have that with multiple people. It is not limited to a twin flame. When you get to a certain level of psychic development, of intuitive development, it is accessible to you to meet all others who are also at that frequency in that way. Oh my, where was I going? Yes, what I heard this person say is, if you let go and allow your twin flame, or I don't even love that term, your counterpart, your true match, will do this work. Karmic partners, soulmates, all others won't. But if you actually trust and let go and take your hands off the control paradigms and watch and see what actually happens when you do the aligned things, your aligned partner comes into alignment. When you're clinging and hanging on, your aligned one doesn't necessarily come in. But a karmic partner might. And so if you know what I just said there, it should give you further permission of self to fully hands off the reins of trying to figure out the timing, the control, the strategy, and just drop into trust. Love yourself and know that as you continue finding victory doing the things that you're meant to do for your highest and best timelines, that the one that is meant for you truly will put in the work, will do the changes of self, will up level in their own karma and meet you there. If you're not having that around you, open to the idea that that may or may not have been your true person, and stay open for meeting that person, knowing that everything you've experienced so far is putting you in alignment with love. As you become more love, only more love can be reflected back to you. What does this mean for instruction? Artistry, expression, community, celebration. So there is a coming out into the world as your most authentic self. As you love yourself, this is a coming out. This is a coming out into public recognition. This is public acclaim. This can be accolades and awards. This is being recognized by community. We have the advice: keep loving yourself and being your truest version of self, because that will lead you in exactly the right direction. It's time to get yourself out there organically, the way you're led to do it. But just know, follow the things that are drawing you out, that are inspiring you, divine feminines, because this is bringing your masculine into harmony in such a mirrored way. There is a promise. It's not far ahead here, that as you step into your highest timelines, your counterpart is almost there, because they're the one doing the work and up-leveling rapidly to meet you in that full expression. That's exciting. I hope you can feel that. What can we see for how the feminines are feeling on the heart space? Ooh, devil, passion, ooh, truth. So some are in some heart cringe right now about, was this my twin? Is this my twin? Is it not? I'm hearing, do they love me? Do they love me not? Do they love me? Do they love me not? Sword of truth in the inverse. There is no external proof, feminines, who your counterpart is. I ask you to let go of the twin flame name and really look at this devil energy, or this binding energy that you might feel on your heart space to the person that you're watching this for, and really let the truth be shown through action and deed as you come into alignment for yourself. Let go of trying to control anything and witness. Just witness what happens when you let go. Does that person drift further away, or does that person start making changes in their life? Does that person fade off your radar, or does that person actually start coming in? If there are signs and synchronicities, look at what the relevance of those things are. Remember, those signs and synchronicities are for your benefit. You, from first person witnessing those bring information for you. It's not to say that it's not happening, or that the person you're having that for isn't meant to come into more alignment with you, but those signs and synchronicities are messages between you and your experience of reality. And only you truly can learn how to discern what those things are meaning. If you're seeing those things, you have the faculties to interpret them. So it's time to ask your connection to source for first person truth regarding every sign, synchronicity, omen, occurrence, pattern, expression that you can be aware of, that illuminates to you. It's not something outside of you trying to tell you something that you don't already know deep within. This is, on the heart space, this journey is to bring you into empowerment so that no devil energy out there or aside from your knowing has power over you. This is to show you. This is a natural template that you, my beautiful divine feminines, have stumbled on because of your level of consciousness. You have to take accountability for that. Whatever your heart wishes have been, whatever your experiences have been, they have put you in alignment with this level of consciousness because of you being accountable with past things that have brought you to this level of understanding. And now it's time to go deeper, first person, on your own, deep within you, and start learning how to interpret these things in a workable way. It takes practice. It might require you making changes, but this emotional, this heart space, this heart and soul process you've been under, it's the most magnetic thing on the planet. And it's the only power strong enough to keep you focused on learning how to do this first person. So allow it to inform you. What does this have to do with? Your masculine. They are ascending too in unconditional love. This is a journey of consciousness. And so as you tap into these secrets of the universe, your person is up-leveling as well. You know, quantumly speaking, whatever version, whatever mirror that your masculine is, as you up-level, they up-level. That specific person or a new specific person. Only you will know when it's time, you know, to release outdated beliefs and experiences, because not everybody watching this will be watching it for somebody at this time that's going to be a life partner. Many will. But only you know, feminines, when you're hanging on to something that no longer serves, limerence, or something that's not worth hanging on to, that's not actually based in a healed version of you. It's okay to outgrow who you thought was your twin flame. Just because you think somebody is your twin flame because it's so magnetic and so attractive in some way doesn't mean it's your twin flame. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a long-standing connection. And so as you level up, your true counterpart's going to level up to match you. If that's not happening and you're genuinely leveling up, you might not be connected with your partner, with your person yet. Don't be all up in ego, having to have it be, until it's time, until you're looking at each other's faces and mutually, stress-free, saying, here we are, let's do this. And having a shared reason to do so, relax. What is the instruction? Stand still, suspended animation, and holding space. Temple of suspended endings. There is a pause in the energy where there's a make or break. So I keep hearing during this reading that many divine feminines are going to be fully surrendering. False twin, karmic twin, DMs that they're not going to be traveling onward with. Let the energy inform you, feminines, personally, whether or not you need to release the person that you've been traveling with energetically completely, or if there's some letting go of stress that you need to do that will help bring in the facts as to whether or not this person is in alignment or will come into further alignment with you. If you're trying to convince this person or the energies that be in a forceful way, that's not a sign that this is an aligned connection. That's a sign on a deeper level that you're not there yet. And so even if you will come into alignment with this person, ask yourself to remove the stress from it all. And tell yourself it shouldn't feel stressful. We're meant to come together with somebody that we can take on life with in harmony. And so if it's stressful, it's just not time, or you're doing it wrong. It's a big trust fall to let go of everything and believe you're still going to find love. If you're always used to settling and clinging for things that aren't quite good enough or don't feel quite right, do yourself a favor and completely let go, feminines. Only you know the truth of, you know, that level of finally letting go of the devil energies. It's like this sword here needs to cut the devil out of the core right now and just be. We have this holding space because you don't have to rush it. This is not something you can fake. It's not something that you need to have to do if you don't understand why. But be curious. How you can get to a place of surrender, of letting go and trusting that everything that is meant to be in alignment with you will come in as you align. What can we see on the heart space for the masculine? Wheel of Fortune and the Star. This is divine intervention, star-crossed lovers, destined path, cosmic becoming. So divine feminines, really search your heart. Where am I at? How far have I come? What has the growth looked like? Where are the areas I've grown the most? What trajectory am I on? Right now, be really real with how far you've come. Really look at that, feminines. How does this relate to the masculines? The connection's not going anywhere. This is the time to really be grateful for all of those experiences, awarenesses, and to really understand. So masculines watching, your feminine is not letting go of you. They're letting go of relationship stress, of forcing things beyond what is good and right and true. This is where connections become steadfast, stable, foundational, and everything that is not of that energy is released. And so feminines, remember, you're not letting go of your masculine. You're letting go of stress. You're letting go of mismatched energy. You're letting go of anxiety. You're letting go of things that are not stable, foundational. The love will remain, especially if this is your divine counterpart. But ironically, you know, if you come into further alignment, any kind of a karmic partner or a soulmate, that's all they can connect to as well. So it's either going to make or break their desire to come towards you if you take care of number one and align fully. Even karmic partners or whatever the other spectrum of things other than your eventual true life partner. All those others, they would be foolish not to stick around and at least be your friend, you know? And if they don't, c'est la vie, feminines. But this is saying that your masculine will feel even more secure on the heart space if you trust in divine timing, if you immediately cut out all the extra energy and drop the fear, drop the worry, and just focus on living your best life, coming into your most destined path. That's an inside job for you to know what that is. That's going to give your true counterpart more surety in who you are to them. What is the instruction? Path change, paradigm shifts, adjustments. So feminines are all making some adjustments right now. So as we collectively ascend, I've heard this a few times in this reading, my guides, the adjustments that the divine feminines becoming are making will be eliminating partners, karmic partners, whether you're in relationships with third parties, karmic partners that way, or if the person you're watching this for has been an ascension buddy or a karmic partner and you need to let go so that reciprocated love can come in. Whatever adjustments are being made right now, we're taking the stress off and bringing it back to the reality check of, does this connection stress me out in these ways or not? Being clear on what that is so that that can be just released, let go. Letting go requires no effort. Emotionally, it might feel that way, but really, it's a release. And so technically, it's the easiest thing you can do because there's no hanging on. It's just let go. That kind of does the work for you. If it stays, it's in alignment. If it goes when you do that, it was never yours to begin with. And so the feminines are really cutting to the chase and letting go of the things that aren't meant to be there. most watching this are going to know what I'm talking about here and not be triggered by this, and really just breathe a sigh of relief that you're at this stage of consciousness where you can do this and take even more of the pressure off yourself, feminines. Beautiful. What is the manifestation going forward that the feminines are wishing to have? Yeah, to free yourself from the burden. Heck yeah, feminines, they just want to offload the burden in their lives. How does this relate to your masculine? 10 of Cups. This is you designing your highest timelines, feminines, and your true counterpart is on that timeline, unconditional love, and they are willing to, you know, journey with you while you do that. You've got all the time you need to authentically figure out what that looks like. They're not going anywhere. If it's truly your counterpart, you can't say or do the wrong thing with the right person. Advice, Seal of Venus, elemental magic, self-love, and protection. You have all the time you need to love yourself, feminines. You don't have to worry you're going to run out of time and miss out on love. If you're feeling pressured that you're going to miss out on love with the masculine that you're watching for, it might not be your true counterpart. Because nobody who is really meant, divinely matched for you, an energetic match, you can't lose them. And so that's an illusion. That's one of those biggest devil energies, is that if you focus on yourself and really give yourself all the time you need to heal, to come into clarity, to balance out, that the person that you're destined to be with will be gone. It might not be the person that you're watching this for. It might very well be, though. And this is the only way you're going to know, is if you love yourself and heal and balance out and offload the burden in your life. You'll see who's meant to be there with you when you've done that karma clearing for yourself. What are the feminines being guided to manifest regarding these connections? The Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So these higher love templates. So the feminines are really learning what needs to be cut out. This is a very sincere transit, I'm hearing. So there must be something astrologically happening. My astrologers, please pop it in the comments what this is. But the divine feminines are being asked to be very, very realistic internally about what is in alignment with love at this time and what isn't. That doesn't mean it's forever. Just right now, what is stressing the feminines out needs to be released. And there needs to be an even deeper trust that when that refining process is happening, that true counterpart and the highest timelines and frequencies available remain. Love remains, but the lower vibrational stuff is being pruned out right now. What does this mean for the masculines? Brand new, next level, starseed beginning. So in this deck, this talks about, it is the Fool card. It's a brand new beginning, but this is also cosmic mission coming in. So feminines, when you relieve yourself of all the things that are stressful, only love remains. And your masculine, through this high heart opening, will come in. If it's your true counterpart, that alignment will happen. If your true counterpart is somebody that you don't suspect it is, or that is not known to you yet, that person will then be able to come in when you let go of anything stressful. And so, yeah, as you become realistic with what needs, what beliefs, what actions, what things need to be released, this shows that the divine masculines can come in and the coast is clear. It's safe then. What is the instruction? Pleiadian Stargate, freedom, sensitivity, beauty, sensuality. So be free from the burden, everybody. And that means, you know, be free from agendas, be free from pressure, be free from stress. Connect when it feels good and right and true, when it feels aligned. Allow for that freedom of energy to be there. Take that stress out. If you are stressed, if you're tense, if you're feeling pressure, ask yourself what that's about and then give yourself a reality check. That doesn't need to be there. How else can I look at it? Or do I need to change what I'm doing or what I'm allowing in my energy field, the actions I'm taking? So again, taking yourself out of harm's way. It's either thoughts you're thinking, that you need to switch up, or actions you're taking that you need to stop or change. You're always accountable for your side of the energy. And if people are not leveling up when you do, release them. That doesn't happen overnight or instantaneously, so there might be some patience required. But have eyes to see it regardless. What can we see for the actions the feminines are taking in their own life right now? Okay, here's that card of hanging on. There's the 4 of coins that we saw already, that the masculines are going to be even more sure of the foundation being laid. There it is again. So the feminines are taking this action to love themselves, to forgive themselves, to be real with themselves, knowing that it's not at odds with the masculine that they're watching this for. So feminines, you're watching this for someone dear and near. And when you love yourself, nothing you're doing to come into further alignment for you is against the masculine. You know, whomever this is you're watching for. Tell yourself, I'm not doing anything against. I am being balanced and aware. When your conscience is clear, when you're discerning enough to see that, do whatever you need to and trust that if this is your person, they won't find, you won't find blame in your motives. You're not doing it against anybody. If you do need to put up healthy boundaries because of mistreatment and all of that, it might not be your person. Don't settle. But this is like, just tell yourself, this is a confirmation that you're not being selfish or short-sighted, is that when you're doing these things, it's about healing yourself or changing your patterns. It's not about being against another person. So that's the action. And that doesn't just mean your masculine that you're watching this for. That can be friends, family, any of the things you're changing up in your life right now. Really look at those major changes. This is a scarcity card. So in order to go to your 10 of Pentacles long-term success, you're going to have to risk some upheaval, and certain people in your life might not be happy. But if your conscience is clean, feminines, about the changes that you're making, that it's not against others, that you're really just doing it because you're loving yourself more and leveling up, the ones that aren't meant to go forward with you will not. But you're going to have to be okay with that. That's part of the reason people don't change, is because they're afraid of being alone, or afraid of looking some kind of way, or afraid of rocking the boat. You're not doing it for those reasons. You're not just a drama queen or drama king, DFs. And so really get that straight. What is this doing for true divine counterparts? It's setting the codependency free, autonomous, sovereign stage. This is where two whole people can actually come together, when we're not doing anything other than just coming into alignment for self. That does prime us to actual connection, where we can, through wholeness, really go deep with someone. Oh yeah, prism of existence, separation, extension, independence, and identity. This is gorgeous because it's one of my twin flame cards in this deck. Sovereignty and unity, independence, individuality, and connection. This is particle and wave theory of light. This is like sovereignty and sovereignty, autonomy and autonomy, and this truly win-win shared space. That's the instruction here. What action are the feminines taking directly towards these connections, whether consciously or not? They're making these changes in their core about what is life affirming and what isn't, what is fear-based and what is love, what is appropriate and what brings stress. Feminines, your emotions have everything to tell you about whether you're in alignment or not. If you're in suffering, something's not aligned. That's an inside job, and that's what's changing here. Feminines are recalibrating their whole view, whole paradigm, baby steps, one at a time, in alignment with eternal love, long-term energy, consistency. Feminines are restructuring. Paradigm change. How does this affect their masculine brand new availability in the physical? 9 of crystals plus 1 is 10 of crystals, long-term legacy. This is partly what the twin flame motion on the planet is doing to restructure relationships and bring us all out of codependency. It's not the only paradigm that's doing that, but it is a very easily referenced paradigm for this work. And so, yeah, it's really beautiful. What is it here? Cellular light. So bioluminescence, self-illumination, simplicity. This is the simple truth. You come into alignment and then things that are aligned can be appreciated. Yeah, beautiful stuff. So it's that simple. When you come into alignment, if things fall away, they weren't aligned. They were karmic. They were lessons. What can we see for the biggest challenge at this time? Figuring out how to continue clearing the karma and staying emotionally balanced. So this is a tightrope, feminines. The challenge is, staying masterful with your emotions while still not making mountains out of molehills with the things that need to change, with karma that needs to be released so you can step into more expression of alignment in your life, in the world, in your own core. But this is, keeping your emotional balance, equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment, so you can see what is what, first person, clearly. What is this doing for a true counterpart? It's part of your destined path. It's bringing you closer to star-crossed union. What can we see for the instruction? Universal understanding, objective observation. So it's time to be objective. If it rocks your balance, you're not doing it right. So be honest, feminines, with that right now. Very clear. What is the solution for this challenge? Use this strategy. Oh, magician in the inverse. What's still there when you don't force it is what I heard. So feminines, be really, really honest with what leaves your life or what stays when you don't force it. Those are the things you need to be looking at. See, one eye open here. Look at that stuff. Take a step back, be objective, and look at the stuff that you don't have to cling to or force or pretend or convince to be there. Chase. When you're not chasing, when you're not overdoing it, over exerting, what's still there? Take a peek, look around, identify that stuff. Get real, be real. Masculines. Okay, so this is what puts the masculines in the cold. This is where the masculines feel rejected and sense you in an energy that isn't attractive, feminines. When you're trying to control, when you are trying to convince, when you're chasing, that's why this makes masculines run or drop off the radar, is because you're not in a frequency of trust and love. True masculines. Now, when you're in this kind of chasing, or when you're in chasing, micromanaging, forcing, controlling, you will hook karma partners easily. But a true counterpart will not know where to get in edgewise. Let's put it that way. And so pay attention, feminines, that your counterpart, when you're not trying to force an agenda, your true counterpart won't feel iced out. Ooh, yeah. Instruction, star body matrix, multidimensional consciousness, and holographic information. What you do for self, you do for twin. What you do for other, self and other, you do for the collective of humanity. We are paradigm shifting on the planet. This is Jedi level holographic stuff. We're seeding through super consciousness, through consciousness about these things, about energetics. We are seeding the holographic consciousness of the planet. So you and you and you are contributing. Yes. Oops. We're even reclaiming that, I guess. I did that accidentally once, and somebody called me out in the comments. Please don't have a field day with that. Oh, wait. That's I love you? That's I love you? Sorry. And hang loose. No, they're all good. They're all good. So again, I love you. Hang loose. Oh, geez. I don't even know what I'm doing. My hands just did that thing. I think there's a third one that I'm not going to do, but I just remembered what it is. So again, that was I love you and hang loose. So hang loose, y'all. I love you. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to stretch for a minute. Awkward. What can we see for direction in the near future? Steps in the process in the name of love. Yeah. So we're all in this together. We're all making this foundation. We're all going forward in a higher love. As we do better, as we learn, as we grow, as we know better, we do better. Everybody's in that. Yeah. What is that doing for the masculines? There's a lot of emotion coming to the surface, a lot of stuff from the deep rising up. This moon cycle, I'm getting the crescent moon to the full moon here, is going to be a real revelation of emotional truth. Wow. What's the instruction? Ancestry, courage, wisdom, and empathy. This deep, deep subconscious stuff is connecting dots. It's like a tree's roots that need to go deep to send branches up broad and wide. That's the holographic, interdimensional, collective consciousness that we're interfacing with, and to the level of this ancestral stuff that we can draw from, that's the level we can shift paradigms. Very good stuff. Okay, do I want to end this here? One more card. One more beautiful card. 4646, 1010. Surrender. Be receptive. Stay present. Listen to your heart. You are infinite. Okay, everybody. Many blessings. Bye for now.